Hi guys, it's the Truth Up here, and I thought I'd do a different video for you today. I'm just going to do a quick review on some of Jason Blaha's martial arts claims and martial arts videos. So, yeah, let's dive into it and see what we can come up with.
Submission holds, I ended up getting my arm bit, and when he bit my arm, I hooked my fingers in his cheek, which will generally paralyze somebody. You can hook them like a fish.
Don't ever do this. That that doesn't work. Look at his hand. I want you to take your hand, stick that in your mouth, and see if it paralyzes you like a fish. That's not going to do anything. All that's going to do is get your fingers bitten really hard, and maybe the tips from getting bitten off. There's no submission hold. There's no secret submission hold that in any school of martial art I've ever seen or done myself that's used in. Obviously, it's absolute bullshit. I mean, yeah, let's carry on.
And I put him chest down on the floor, and I held him there. At that point, I was trying to keep calm. I didn't realize how much pain I had put the guy in with that.
But putting your fingers in somebody's mouth isn't going to put them in pain. It's not a submission hold. Submission, coming from the word submit, which that is definitely not going to do. You might look at the submissions from other martial arts, for example. I mean, look at some of the jiu-jitsu or MMA submissions, judo as well. Aikido, we have some submissions in Aikido. They're quite painful. They're not as painful as some of the MMA and jiu-jitsu stuff, but the wrist locks are definitely very painful. And that could probably stop someone trying to hit you, because they don't want to get their arm broken or wrist or whatever the fuck, the neck maybe. But yeah, the fish hook technique, yeah, don't do that. That's probably not a good one.
Because it hurts quite a bit. And I told him, if you're going to be cool, I will let you up. And he said he'd be cool, just please let him go. When I let him up, he came up and he caught me with the left, and he got me really, really good.
Really, really good. So what happened is someone was starting shit in the bar. Blaha went, guys, I've got this. He walked over and said, yo, what you... Straight in the face. Guaranteed. And he went down like a sack of potatoes, a sack of shit. Because that's what he is, a sack of shit.
And by that same token, younger guys don't seem to realize if you walk up to someone who has that mentality, which is, again, the mature adult mentality, and you make a fist and you threaten to hit them, they're not going to stand there and trade blows with you. If they have a gun or a knife on them, they're probably going to pull it and use it on you.
Yeah, I mean, the mature adult response to somebody threatening you or trying to start fighting you is to shoot them or stab them. That's 100% what all adults do, which is why every single fight you've ever seen anywhere or threat anywhere, somebody gets killed. The death rate is unbelievably high everywhere, because how many people get threatened a day? You fucking moron. I mean, he might think he'd pull out a gun and shoot someone, evidently not, because, he got battered in his last video, he got twatted. Even though he did the famous fish hook, whatever technique that is. Look at them weird little teddies too. What are they? The little angry meme cat thing and the that weird rhubarb thing. And that beard, fucking hell, man.
That's how you get stabbed or shot in the adult world. If there's a chair nearby or a piece of wood or a steel pipe or anything, they're probably going to grab that and knock the fuck out of you with it. Because I have seen this happen at least a dozen times in my life.
No, you haven't. You don't go out. When was the last time you went out? That game show thing that you and your weird little strange girlfriend creature went to. What was that, 2 years ago? Before you got booted off it for being a dickhead because nobody liked you and you just stand there awkwardly in the audience, crapping like a fucking baby seal. I mean, no. I also want to add in this video, he states that he's got great martial arts training and his technique's too deadly to use on anybody. If you've ever seen anyone do technique waza, which what we call technique in Aikido, and you can seriously hurt someone, you can choose not to hurt them. So, for example, we have a technique in Aikido called Sankyo, which is kind of like it's a wrist lock. It's kind of like holding a sword, and it's like that, but you also turn, and it holds the opponent's wrist like that, and it can break it. You can choose not to break it. You can put maybe 30 or 50% of the pressure required to break it and, not do it. So anybody that says, oh, I can't do the technique because it's too dangerous is bullshitting. Because if you can seriously hurt someone with a technique and you're good at the technique, you can choose to not hurt them with that technique as well. So yeah, I thought I'd just add that in for you guys.
That's what happens. They don't stand there and fist fight you. They find something to hit you, and in the worst case, if you do end up whooping their ass in
Look
a
at his
fight,
eyes. They're in
you
the
got to do
sky.
enough damage that
He's
they can't
pulling. He's
immediately
pulling this out of
retaliate.
the
Because
air.
a lot of grown, mature adults, they take
This
an ass
isn't
whooping
real.
in a fight. They're gonna go off and get a gun, and they're gonna come back and find you an hour later and shoot you. And why am I saying that? Because it
Because you're a
happens
moron.
every single day. As you mature into an adult, you need to understand that when you get in fist fights, they
My grandma could beat him in a fight. She's been dead for 20 fucking years and she'd still probably batter him.
are life and death. There's a real possibility that when you do get into a physical confrontation with adults, that you are going to die, or there's a possibility that you're going to have to kill that
That's why he
person.
doesn't leave the house.
My dad is kind of psycho. Ex-Green Beret from Vietnam. Very successful businessman. My father is pretty much a sociopath. I still love him, but it's the truth. Even my sister will admit the same.
I don't think that Blaha loves anybody but himself, actually. I mean, look at it. Nobody likes him. He's never around anyone. The only creature that liked him was the dog, Nova, and Nova's gone. Nova's dead. Probably dead anyway. I think we're going to leave the video there because I've got work in a little bit, and yeah, well, some of us have to work Blaha. Although I love my job, which is great. But yeah, I know you tell me to work harder, which is funny because by all accounts you haven't had a job since the Powder Wars. Fucking hell, the Powdered Donut Wars. So I'm gonna leave it there. I've got a Q&A coming out, I think tomorrow. If you've got any more questions for me, I've got I think 7 Blaha questions, which are quite funny. Including Nova. Is it okay to laugh at people with mental issues like him? Probably. Well, maybe. If you want to know anything about music, Aikido, or just in general anything, or animals, I keep poison dart frogs if anyone wants to see them, the little blue ones and yellow and that. I'll do a little video on that. Yeah, I just want to be a bit more interactive on here. Thanks very much for watching if you did watch. I kind of rambled on in this video. But yeah, just remember guys, the truth is out there.